I always get that going? Anyway, it is what it is. It'll be what it'll be, I guess. Well, went to sleep, but I got the laptop working. So, I got the laptop up and running. I'm hoping, and I was working a little bit on it. I'm hoping theoretically to be able to get this up and running dependably enough that I can use it in tandem with the other two computers. I can't believe I'm doing this much on. I mean, this one theoretically, the hardware works. The charging port gives me a little trouble sometimes, and I think at some point I'm going to need to worry about the battery. But this one, the laptop works hardware-wise. I've installed Ubuntu. We'll see if the software holds up. My hope is that I can get it to work for me well enough that it doesn't crash during this year. And so I can get this up and running at a reasonable functional capability. I can then work on, like this one works, this one here, and if I can have this one working moderately dependably, then I can get to work on the one over here where the screen broke off and I had to plug in an external monitor for it. So if I can get that working, that's the one that has all the Makerspace Tour videos on it. And I can use the hard drive and use the keyboard, and everything seems to work except for the screen being broken on it. It also has a mic and webcam in it, like the laptop here does. I have the webcam here, the mic you gave me here. But in addition to that, the monitor that this camera's on also has a built-in webcam, probably a built-in mic. But I'd have to run a USB cable to the unit it runs to feed the information from them. I believe that's what we need to do. So theoretically, if I can get the operating system on the laptop to work well and fix the screen on the other laptop, I should be able to have 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras, 4 mics, 5 mics actually, because this webcam has a mic too, I believe. And so I could have something giving me my script in large font that I can read from while recording something like a video I might be reacting to and recording myself at the same time. And then something to edit it all in or post it from. I mean, there's also the possibility of working it all out in a setup that allows me to do camera 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, the webcams on most of these are going to be lower quality than this one, I believe. But, I mean, for certain types of content, I don't think that's going to be a huge deal. Like if I'm doing a reaction to a video of some kind, I can easily have myself as a small inset, and I don't need it to be 1080p. I could very legitimately set one up as an audio recording computer, one as a video editing computer or video recording computer with OBS or something like that, and have one set up as an editing setup. I mean, it gives me options. Now, to be fair, there's an awful lot of computers at that point with a lot of stuff, and most of these are not high-end computers. They don't have a lot of crunch to them. So I'm not going to be doing any high-end gaming with any of them. But I think I can do a fair number of things with what I've got now, theoretically. Let's not get too excited. We thought that a year and a half ago. And then it ate itself. But I do think the possibility of using the laptop maybe to do some of the recording of podcast stuff for some of those podcast games, as well as enabling me to do traveling work. Like, I have been stuck to this one for a while, partly because of the laptop not being functional. Like, I have two laptops currently that I can kind of use. One of them has the monitor, the screen broke, so it's not transportable. It needs to be plugged in and have an external monitor that's plugged in. This was the one that was portable, and this is the one that the hard drive crashed on, and this is the one where the operating system couldn't be made to work again. Swapped in a new hard drive, so theoretically we got a working laptop now. It's already survived an update and a reboot, so here's hoping. Yeah, so I'm gonna shut it down tonight and see if it starts back up tomorrow. Well, I'll probably start it right back up just to see if it'll start back up and then shut it down. But if it looks like we're successfully able to start and restart it, I will start using it for some of my work that I can't sit here all the time working on. And I will then I will be able to work on things other than when I'm right here, on the few occasions that I get the chance to do that, where I'm not getting ready for work, at work, or coming back from work and needing some downtime for something else. But that's the hope at this point. I've already started sort of trying to sort it out so that it's functional in a way that's useful to me. Got the text editor out, got the calendar calculator. I think I'm going to try to see if I can install OBS. I do think there's a video app here that I might be able to record video in. Okay, so there's a video recorder. Huh. So I can record a video from the webcam in the laptop. It's not the best quality video, but let's see what we can do. Preferences. Photo resolution. 640 by 480. 640 by 360. What the video is the same offer, so it's 480p, I guess, is what we're looking at there. So I could record something on it and trim the frame, so it's just like a little pane that I can tuck in a corner of a larger recording. It's not bad. Effects. It has some special effects I guess I can do on it. Nothing all that exciting. Some very glitchy stuff. Not my sort of thing. But I could play with it, see what I can do with it. I think the battery is getting a little old. I think it's got about an hour and 20-minute lifespan of moderate use. If I use it aggressively, it won't have that much. But I can use the webcam. I could probably use the microphone. Interestingly, the backdrop behind me that I could use for chroma keying on here has a very sort of orangey color. On the laptop, it has a very pinky color. And I would say in real life, it's somewhere actually between the two. It's a moderately fluorescent, not quite magenta. It's a pinky orange is a good approximation of the real world color of that. So I don't know if I would be able to use it for chroma key on the camera in the laptop. Photos. I could take some still shots with the camera on the laptop. Not that that's particularly useful. Take multiple photos. Meh. I would almost wager you I can do better photos and video with my cell phone. I think I can get 1080p with my cell phone. So, depending on what I can do, if I can download OBS and get it to work with Ubuntu, I think that was something I had trouble with the last time I tried it. But if I can get Ubuntu to work with OBS, I might be able to use more specifically the desktop capture to show stuff I'm doing on the computer easier with the laptop. And if I can install an audio recording, I could see something like that where I can use the webcam to capture a low resolution image of me talking. I can do a desktop where I'm illustrating something with almost like a slideshow that I'm talking over. There's somebody I know, I haven't watched their videos in a while, that does they review some pop culture stuff, and what they do is they have their image in the upper right hand corner, and then they do a presentation with even like a table of contents at the beginning on a backsplash, and then they bring out photo evidence of the things they're talking about. So there are ways to potentially do that I could use that only. I could use these for other projects. So I'm hopeful that I now have something that I can use when I'm somewhere else or need to do some other stuff. No guarantees that it's going to be the solution to the problems or even work consistently for a while. I hope I've gotten it to a point where I can use it dependably without risk of losing anything on it, because it's got a terabyte hard drive. That's plenty of storage space. I don't want to lose that because of another crash. I mean, realistically, what is the point of getting a terabyte hard drive if you can't store anything on it for fear of losing it? But yeah, I'm using my cell phone exclusively for Opportunity Forge right now. And I'm trying to think of all the laptops I currently have. So I've got this desktop computer, got the one with the broken screen. I've got that one. I got one with a broken cooling system that if I could fix that up, it has a lot of my old writing on it. It's still good. I think I have actually, the one that has the broken cooling system is the one that I was using right before I went traveling across country. So it has the first tour of the makerspace in Maine, and it has a lot of my old video content from when I was living elsewhere long ago. I can probably thin a lot of that out, but I could get that one running. I have one in storage, which is I think a Windows XP that I could use for writing. It's barely internet capable. Actually, that one gets relatively okay internet capabilities, but it has issues with doing too much. It's got a decent sized hard drive, decent RAM. I think the RAM is the point where it struggles the most because it's not enough to upgrade to newer software, and I think that's where its limits are. But as maybe a storage system for documents and stuff like that is a possibility. And I have an old MacBook. That was the one that's barely internet accessible. I think it uses Netscape Navigator because it's the only browser it's capable of using. And most things don't support that anymore. And so it very closely does not access the internet. I think it just barely still accesses the internet. Because I think it's an Apple OS 10 Lion, I think was the last one that it was capable of supporting. It can't support any of the newer Apple OSs. And that operating system does not support any newer search engines or browsers. So you can't give it a new browser, and that browser is restricting its ability to function. Yeah, anyway, so I do think I had tried to see if I could use it to record video or pictures, but I don't think it would take it because the software wasn't from a time frame where it could. I don't know. I could play with it a little bit at some point, but different purposes for those types of things. I could set up a wall of computers to work on, and each one of them could fulfill a function. And they're all pretty old, and most of them cost me less than $100, less than $300 each. I think one or two of them cost me $350 to $400, but I think that's the most I've spent on any of these computers. And a few of them I got for less than $130. Anyway, that's the laptop situation. The smartphone again is under $100. It has better video quality and better still image quality than most of the webcams I have access to right now. And I'm using that for Opportunity Forge. I uploaded today's a little later in the day, and then I uploaded the Wednesday video today. So what should have gone up on Wednesday went up today. And so I put 2 videos today to see if there's any difference that's going to happen there. Because I do get the distinct impression that the more visible you are, like the more you keep popping in, the more visible you become through the algorithm. So I don't want to really like spam a lot, but at a point where my subscriber count is low enough that it won't feel like spam, because I mean, unfortunately, as a subscriber, you will get a notification every time I upload a video, theoretically. So if I do that, if I do like 20 videos in a day, I'm going to get at the top of the list over and over again of new videos coming out, and it'll help my reach further. But now might be the time to try something like that so that I don't get to spam too many people as it happens. I'm curious to see if that'll make a difference or not. But here's the thing. I still haven't really done any tags in anything other than a hashtag shorts on all of the videos I've done so far with my phone. Most of what I've uploaded so far has 0 or 1 view. And the Financial Friday video that I uploaded has 4 likes and 306 views. So that clearly caught some attention. I'm curious to see, like, I was due to do another one this Friday. I will do one tomorrow because it'll be Money Monday instead of Financial Friday. But at any rate, it'll be the second in the series. And I am. I'm trying to see what's getting attention and what's not, when it's happening and why. So like part of the reason I haven't hit the stride of putting in all the tags that I can tag a video with is I want to see how much traction a shorts video gets just because it's a shorts video, not because it's a shorts video with a good thumbnail and a series of tags that get it noticed more. Just on the basis of being shorts, what succeeded? Because my first video on how to build a YouTube channel from 0 to 60 weeks, it doesn't have any traction. It went nowhere. As near as I can tell, the number of views on that is still 1. The next time I made a video was a follow-up about the YouTube channel and growing a YouTube channel, and that itself has 1 view. Now, what's happening after that was the next video I uploaded was Financial Friday, I believe. And Financial Friday video went up and it got 306 views last time I checked. And it has 4 likes. I have not tagged it. I have not let anybody know where to find it. It's just there on that channel. So that one got traction. And so, like, to me, that tells me, like, I don't think if I did that on any other channel that I have, if I did it on Roving Jack or if I did it on this one, I don't know if it would get as much traction as it got. Like 306 views is something that's a number I've not hit with most of my other videos on this channel. And I have hundreds of videos on this channel, I think, at this point. Whereas the videos I have on Roving Jack, that one may have some higher view, but I don't think we got 300 views. So I think that low barrier to entry to knowing that it's going to be a minute at most, and knowing it's a topic that may be of interest to some people to see what's going on, and then having people having clicked into it and then seeing that at least one person liked it, I think that let it pick up speed enough to build more than 10, 20, 30 views. We won't ever really know what part of that process made it succeed. And as much as I'm trying to keep the things from interfering with the data we're getting from this experiment, we're never going to get a clean answer from any of those. Because in that example, was it the fact that it was a financial video discussion rather than a arts and crafts video or a review or a reaction or a funny joke? Like, was it just being about finances that made it more potentially interesting? Was being a short something that got in front of more eyes, or was being short an enticement because they knew they didn't have to invest more than a minute in it? And so we got a lot of complicating factors that don't give us clean scientific data. But I feel like with some of the other things I'm doing, like a YouTube from zero to something in 60 weeks, those are getting nowhere near that traction. So it does tell us a little bit that, like, just being a short doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be successful. Now, we don't know if it got more traction because it had enough of the views and a like early on that it told the algorithm this is something worth spreading, whereas the other ones didn't catch anybody's attention right away, but got in front of as many the same number of eyes, but just didn't get enough click through because it didn't entice them enough. And so at this point, it's really just going to be dabbling to see what changes happen to make a difference. So going forward, one of the things I'm curious to see, the second video I did, the video I did tonight, that was the cereal skilling. I'm curious to see if that gets enough attention that even if it doesn't get any likes, if the attention, if it gets like 110 views, it'll tell us that enticing topic, 1 minute investment of your time to check it out, does that get you far enough? Does it get us part of the way to what the Financial Fridays video did? What does that result look like? And tomorrow I'm going to do the Money Monday, because it's supposed to be Financial Friday video too. And I will do the monthly challenge Mondays starting tomorrow. And see how those respond to some of that. Because I now have, and we've got a new complicating factor, to be honest. We have the fact that I have what just happened there? Because I now have a video that's gotten 300 something views and 4 likes, those people who liked it are now more likely algorithmically to get a recommendation of a future video from me. And it adds me to a list of people who have gotten likes from certain types of viewers. So those 4 people who liked it, people like them are more likely to see my videos now. So we're never going to get a really clean answer as to things that'll probably work. But I'm hoping to see some sort of data coming in about things that are making a little bit of a difference between videos. And so I'm hoping that going forward, the monthly challenge Mondays will be something that I can have fun doing. The serial skilling will be something I'll have fun doing. The financial thing is more about exploring some challenges, but data on the process of learning to financially manage a business and that kind of thing. The YouTube channel is really just kind of figuring out what I'm learning in this process now. So I will probably not do too many more of these updates on this channel about the other channel anymore. I think that's probably what I'm going to do with the Opportunity Forge YouTube channel version. YouTube channel 0 to 60. But I don't know. Depending on if any of them take off, it's going to further cloudy any of the results we get, which is unfortunate, sort of, because like I don't want to feel like, dang it, guys, stop paying attention to what I'm doing because of the past successes. But like that's just going to be the way that things happen. Like that's how that system's going to work. Like there's so many complicating factors that the best we're going to be able to do is just report on what's happened when we did something. So this coming week, I think I'm still on the. I will see where we are tomorrow and maybe the day after off of what I did today, where I did more than one video in a day, both shorts, and neither of them about the topic that got all the attention the last time, to see if that's a factor in what happens with the two I did today. If nothing spectacular happens on that front yet, I will be uploading 2 tomorrow as well. And we'll see where we are by Wednesday and see if that makes any difference. And then by Wednesday, I'm hoping on Tuesday to get the chance to upload a channel trailer. And then by Wednesday, we'll see what happens between all of those things happening. And then I will post a comment on a couple of YouTube Facebook groups to see if that lands me any more traction of people watching any of the topics. More than likely, the YouTube Facebook groups are more likely to draw attention to the YouTube channel 0 to 60 project. And I will see where that goes by the end of the week. End of the week is another Financial Friday. I may at that point explore the opportunity to connect with some financial planning groups and see if that gets more traction for that. I don't know if I'll do like a Facebook group for that kind of thing or a like a Reddit group for that kind of thing. But seeing what kind of happens in those scenarios will be the question going forward. I think we just lost you. But that's sort of the experiment right now. As it gets further into the weeds with some of this, like I can't wait 2 months. Like 2 months to get the data from what's going on is too long to wait to successfully use any of these techniques. I feel like early in May, I'm going to start putting a list of tags on my videos. And then by the end of May, theoretically, I should have tags on all of my videos when I upload them. I will probably have experimented at least once with a longer form, which I think is probably what I'm going to do with the channel trailer. I'm probably going to do a long form, not a short, and see if it interferes or aids in the growth of the channel. And then by the end of this month, we should have a video for each type of the 4 categories that I'm going to be doing. So from then on, 4 videos a week is about where I'm likely to be. Mostly going to stick to shorts. I'm very curious to see what that looks like. And as we go forward, I'm going to probably try doing the YouTube short reviews of books, movies, and whatnot on this channel. The short reviews, I'm hoping to do that in May. It would be too much to make a commitment to say that I'd do it this week, because I haven't really hashed out the details of how I think I want to do the rest of it. Because the review has always been a part of it for me, but the greater part of it has been the ideas inspired by it, and I want to do those as follow-up videos. And I think I have to pretty much record them all together. So like batch recording. I would do the 1-minute review on a given day. And then on that same day, record all of the ideas inspired by it. I think the format I want to go with that is longer form, but still under 5 minutes. And I think I want to do that as a narration over some form of creative thing. So a character drawing, a setting, something like that. And I don't know if I will do a in-process creation or if I will do time-lapse, or if I will do just a finished creation and a narration about it. So, I mean, I could do it as a narration with visual aids. Or I could do it at a visual with narrative aids. I don't know yet. We're coming up on 40 minutes. We're almost an hour after we started this, after midnight. So we're almost at 1 a.m. here. It's almost midnight where you are. It's almost midnight where you are. So I'm going to call it here for tonight. I'm going to go do a few things before bed tonight. But I should be back here on Tuesday night for a live stream with a better sense of where things are going to go. So for now, I think that's it. I think from now on here, I will try to do more about what I'm doing with this channel and the creative projects that I'm working on. And Opportunity Forge is pretty much going to be where you're going to find the updates on what I'm doing for that channel. So for now, take care and good night. I almost always forget to put the D in. Good night. I will catch you on Tuesday night.